Back, a local nonprofit is sounding the alarm that we could experience catastrophic flood damage if something isn't done to better protect our infrastructure from the wrath of Lake Erie. The Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper just finished a study and identified nearly $80 billion worth of development and infrastructure at risk. The report says waves in Lake Erie are getting bigger and SAISH events that we're seeing are getting more dramatic, all due to climate change. We saw this just last week when waves hit the shorelines and break walls with such intense force. Deputy Executive Director of the Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, Kerrie Gallo, joins us live tonight to talk about this. Kerrie, it's great to have you on the show. When I saw this first reported in the Buffalo News and you see the dollar figure that you're talking about, I mean, it's pretty shocking. Walk us through the results.
Sure. So Waterkeeper spent about 18 months doing some detailed hydrologic study about, wave action, wind action, all of those coastal stressors that are impacting the shoreline areas within the city of Buffalo. We were really looking at gathering the data, identifying the problem spots along the shoreline, and identifying possible solutions that we could implement to mitigate future risk to everything from public infrastructure, private infrastructure, all those shoreline interfaces within the city of Buffalo.
When we talk about the $79 billion figure, that's what you're saying is at risk. That doesn't mean the dollar figure to prevent all of this is $79 billion, right? There are some things we can do that don't have quite that price tag. What are those?
Yeah, so as a result of the study, we've identified approximately 13 preliminary concept projects. And what that means is all across the study area, there are upwards of 13 different opportunities to implement projects in the ground that could contribute to reducing that risk. And so we've got very rough estimates at the preliminary stage that if you implemented all 13 projects at the same time, it would cost approximately $264 million. But of course, the world doesn't work that way. So the projects are set up to be implemented across a time span and individually and kind of chip away at the problem.
What kind of buy-in do you need moving forward? I mean, does the lobbying effort now begin at the local, the county, the state, the federal level to try to get the resources to do something here?
Yeah, so as part of the study process, we did have a lot of engagement and a lot of support from municipal leaders. We had a bunch of community tours and things like that to try to get some basic understanding of what we were doing, why we were undertaking the study. But now the hard work begins to seek the funding to implement the identified solutions. So Waterkeeper will be working with our elected officials, our agencies to seek funding, secure grant funding from state, federal, local foundation support and community support to move these projects from concepts into a design stage so that they can be quickly implemented.
Kerrie, in the 30 seconds that I have left, for some people who are watching who say like, oh, the waves have always been bad, the SAISH has always been bad. I mean, you went through methodically and calculated all of this, right? These things are getting worse?
Yes, we worked with two technical firms. We worked with an engineering firm, and then we worked with the Danish Hydrologic Institute. So Ramble Engineering and DHI studied the wave energies, the wave heights, the wind action, all the coastal stressors, as we call them, and what those impacts would be on the shoreline under current conditions and then under some predictive modeling scenarios into the future.
Well, certainly last week, it was the fury of Lake Erie, no doubt about that. Kerrie Gallo with Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper. Thanks for helping us understand this.
Thank you very much for having me.